Guys, just got the KINRYOPY, I think that's how you pronounce it, cold therapy machine. This thing has it advertises programmable timer, quiet and long lasting, and cold therapy for pain relief. I know a lot of what they talk about is like knee pain, but I think you can also use it for back pain and just other types of pain around your body that you might need cold therapy for. What's nice is on the box, it's got some instructions. So first you add ice and some water bottles, or you can fill it up with water. So it says add ice and 4 to 6 frozen water bottles. Probably just do ice. Add cold water to the bucket, so it's just like freezing, really, really cold water. Put in the water, pump, connect the power cord and controller, and then wear your cold therapy pad. So it sounds to me like you're just kind of getting this cold pack ready, and then the actual pump and the power cord, excuse me, will get this thing ready so that when you're putting it on your knee, it's already got the cold, so that it's just cycling water, really, really cold water through there. And then down here it says connecting hose and cold therapy pads. I think it's just like an example. And then press the power button to start the cold therapy. So it looks like there's a remote too. So let me open this up. We can look at it together. And then give you guys like kind of my thoughts. Luckily, I don't have knee pain, but my dad does. My dad is he's actually dealing with some knee pain right now. So kind of wanted to test this thing out and let him use it. So he can kind of help mitigate some of that pain. But it looks like this is the pad. So there's a little cover on here. I think you're supposed to keep this on because these are Velcroed to the actual pad, and then this is like the connector to the actual tank. And then here's the power cord and the actual, here we go. Alrighty. So got some more tape over here. Well packaged. I mean, it's a pretty big thing to fit into a pretty standard box. They got a lot of different pieces and parts, so I'm impressed at how they package this thing. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. There we go. So it expands like that, and then inside there's a few more things. Yeah, wow. So there's a pump in here. So once you fill up that water, I'm guessing it will just pump that water through this back hole, and this connector piece will go on here somehow, and I'll take a look at this and figure it out, and then give you guys an example. Guys, now I'm filling up this thing with some ice. Didn't get it all the way full, but I think I got it most of the way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up with some cold water, get it up to about halfway, and we're gonna go for it. I think it's one of those things that the colder you want it, the colder you can get it, but at the same time, just making sure that it's full of water so that there's product to actually go through the pump and into the pad is really the goal of it. So I'd say fill this thing up as cold as you like it, and just make sure that it's full enough to keep circulating for a while. Guys, I got it all set up now. This thing, honestly, very simple to set up. This took me like maybe 5 minutes. So you got the tank here, fill it up with ice and water. That's all you do here. You connect in this water hose to the end here, or to the tank here, and then take it and also connect it to the actual pad. And so you're right here, and I think you're gonna want to take these off because it feels like it's not really that cold. But I let a little bit of water run through this thing, and it is so cool. Seriously, this is really, really cool. Yeah, that's okay. That's a lot better. So I'm guessing you will set it up like this. Yeah, that feels like it's covering a lot of the knee. So then this is the power cord here. So you can either connect it directly into the wall and it's just on at all times, or you can connect it, which I think is the preferred method, is through this remote. And so you've got an on button here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click this power button, So now it's on. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it is now flowing cold water. Whew. Wow, that's actually super cold. Man, I didn't think I put enough ice in this thing, but it is very, very cold. Wow. Sorry, I just taken a second to take that in. That's really, really cool. Because I can imagine if you've got some like super, super, super cold ice water, it's gonna be freezing in a good way. And so basically how this thing is working, oh, that's actually cool. So you can see this side, that you can kind of tell what's going on, but if you flip it around, you can see the water actually. And it's one of those things that each of these little cells is full of water here, and it's circulating that cold water. If you were holding this, you could feel it, like it's like vibrating just a little bit because you can feel the water moving, but it's constantly cooling. So as it's hitting your warm knee, it's not getting warmer, it's not getting stagnant, it's actually just staying as cold as it is in there, and it's just circulating that water. So as I'm sitting here, the knee is just completely surrounded by cold for as long as you want it to be. There's options on the remote that say 10, 20, or 30 minutes on. You can also do time off, 10, 20, or 30 minutes if it's like a incremental thing. You can change the amount of flow. There's high, medium, and low. But really, really cool engineering, really cool design that they have for this thing to constantly have cold water. I mean, there's some condensation coming off of it because it's constantly moving. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, let me fold this so you guys can see how the water kind of shoots through. So when I undo it, you can see it, like right here, the water is flowing. So I'll do it again. And then that water's getting pushed through there because it's being pumped right here. You can see that really easily. So this thing, if you've had knee problems, they also have another, I believe, little pad for, but it's also for shoulder pain. And to me, it doesn't have to stay for just those two areas. If you need cold therapy for really anything, this mat is like, it's super versatile, very like moldable. And so, I mean, I've had some ankle issues, I've had some other things, wrists, that's like, they get swollen. And I think having something like this where you can constantly circulate this cold water is gonna be really, really impactful. So, I mean, KINRYOPY did a phenomenal job designing this, and this is really high quality. All of the parts that they have are, first of all, high quality. Second of all, really, really easy to put together. I think the only con that I can see, which honestly I think is also a strength if you look at it in a different way, is the number of cords that they have going on, because you've got this cord going to the remote and another cord going to the wall. You've got this water hose, and so it's kind of a lot to keep up with. However, if it's something that you're going to keep in the same spot, if it's not something that you're going to move around a whole lot, if you need to sit further away from an outlet or something, you have an extra, probably, I don't know what that is, but I would say up to like 10 to 15 feet just because of these cords. So while it might be a lot to keep up with, it's also something that can make it a lot more accessible if your outlets are a little bit more spaced out. So I think this product is phenomenal. I'm really excited to use this, let my dad use this, see what he thinks about it.